Awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your night to learn about this awesome company and some valuable information. I share this information because I believe that everyone deserves to know this information. And your friend asked you tonight to join us because they care about you enough to need to tell you about this information as well. My name is Trish Muhlstein. I live in Orlando, Florida. I have been in the health and fitness industry for 20 years. I own multiple companies, one of them being a personal training company where I deal with professional athletes, and another one being a wellness group that actually is mostly based online now. I usually talk to about 5 to 10 people a day. I consult with on health issues. And I will tell you 10 times out of 10 times, the people tell me, why wasn't I told this information? Why wasn't I taught this? Why am I just finding out about this now? And so that's really the majority of why I share this, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know that there are solutions, that there's alternative solutions to prescription medications or to being sick or to being on medication for 10 years. And there's also solutions, in the business spectrum or on the financial end of this. I wish that when I had 3 little kids that I knew about this kind of business model and I could work from home. That it's just information that needs to be out there and spread. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen and we are going to go to our business partner, Rachel Garcia's YouTube page and watch the video presentation that we show people. It's about 15 minutes. Rachel is a physician's assistant. She's been practicing medicine for 17 years in the state of Florida. And she has actually now walked away from her practicing medicine. And all we do on a full-time basis is share this information with people. So I'm going to let her tell her story.
Hi guys, my name is Rachel Garcia, and I'm going to be sharing some information with you tonight that could totally change your life. It changed my life, my husband's life, and my boy's life when we looked at this back in 2008. I'm a physician assistant. I've been practicing medicine in the state of Florida for 17 years. I've cut more cancers than I care to talk about out of people and written thousands of prescriptions while I have been practicing as a physician assistant. In 2008, my husband owned his own construction company. He's a general contractor. I also owned a retail store with a location in Ponte Vedra Beach and had employees. And in addition to that, I worked 12-hour days seeing patients and had 2 small babies at home. So we were very, very busy. My brothers asked me to look at this, and after taking a look, we knew right away that we wanted to get involved with this company. And I think you'll know right away whether or not this is for you. So my goal tonight is to share information with you enough that you can make an educated decision about whether or not you want to learn more about this company that we call PURE. PURE stands for People United Reaching Everyone. We really believe everybody deserves to have this information that I'm sharing with you tonight. There's 3 groups of people in my experience that are attracted to what we have here. One group are very interested in their health. Either they're already taking care of their health and they buy the best of the best and they're constantly trying to make sure that they're putting the right nutrition in their body and their family's bodies, or not taking care of your health at all and you're concerned about that. Maybe you're on prescription medications you don't want to be on. Maybe your kids are on allergy meds or ADHD medications that you don't really like the feeling of being on those meds, and you're looking, or you don't really even know what to do. But if you don't make a change, in 5 years, you're just going to be 5 years older and it's not going to be any better. That group is very attracted to what we have here. The second group of people are looking for an additional income stream. I hate to tell you, but the statistics show that a large majority of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. They don't have retirement saved. They don't know what will happen if an emergency occurs. They're not prepared. You know that most millionaires have multiple streams of income. I'm here to show you a very simple way to work part-time from home to create a full-time residual income. That's what my husband and I have not only been able to do for ourselves, which we did not even believe possible when we first saw this, but we've helped loads of people do the exact same thing. People are quitting their jobs on my team monthly because of the income and the checks that they're getting every single week. And the third group of people are interested in the stock market. They invest in the stock market. They're always looking for tips on what stocks to invest in. And I'm here to tell you that One of our owner investors is Phil Knight. He was the original founder of the largest shoe company in the world. And since he's come on board, they've decided that we're planning to go public in the next 2 to 3 years. And you have the opportunity to have ownership as well, shares in the company that will turn into stock when we go public. What attracted me to the company was that this plant-based system was utilized in a clinical practice with patients for 30 years. Seeing 50 to 60 patients a day, I knew how many patients were seen, how many patients were put on this system in that 30-year time period. There was a 3-year waiting list for people to get into the clinic. That caught my attention. I saw this as an easy way to get good nutrition in my family's body. We were juicing. I was researching all the different kinds of greens and all the different kinds of calcium. And I thought, you know what? I can't out-research 30 years of usage with patients. I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. I really know how to research. They decided to start this company in 2008 because of the demand, because there was a 3-year waiting list for people to get on this system. And that's why they started the company. But they decided rather than use our funds for a marketing fund and do billboards and commercials and radio ads, they're going to use word of mouth. Word of mouth just works best anyways. And that's how you're finding out about this. Somebody that I told somebody, and now they're telling you. And whoever it is that shared this with you, I can assure you, they are very excited about this company and they feel convicted, as I did when I started sharing this, that shame on me if I don't share this with the people in my life. What is it? What is it that I got started with in 2008? This is an online membership club. That's what I did in 2008. I got a membership in an online health and wellness company. Kind of like Amazon, although I don't think I had a membership in Amazon back in 2008. I don't think I even knew about it back then, but that's what this is. It's an online membership club. And I really believe that within the next 10 years, you guys, this will be the place to go to for the best of the best quality nutrition online shopping that you can possibly buy. And I believe that everyone in our country will know about it. Currently, there's about 40,000 people in the U.S. who know about it. Most of them are in the Texas, Kansas, Missouri areas. But this is totally your health and nutrition answers, all with one click of a button. I was tired of driving across town to the health food store. I was tired of researching every study that came out. Right when I thought I'd figured out the calcium-magnesium combination and how important the plant-based calcium was, bam, another study would come out. And so I saw this as an easy way to get good nutrition in my family. I did not expect the results to be real. Within days of getting started with this, my mind stopped racing at night. I started sleeping through the night for the first time in my adult life. My son's constipation issues totally resolved in days. A 3-year-old with horrible constipation issues, it's actually quite a problem here in the US. And I tried every natural thing you can imagine. To have that issue disappear was life-changing for him. My husband struggled with severe depression, and that totally disappeared about 3 weeks in. That was marriage saving. I went on to lose 35 pounds in 3 months. I was not going to the gym. I don't recommend not going to the gym, but I was not going to the gym. So to drop from a size 14 to a size 8 without even trying, that was fabulous. People say all the time, did you change what you ate? No, I did not. I just added the good stuff in. And I believe our bodies are starving for good nutrition. When you put the good stuff in, the cravings go away, and all of a sudden your body's getting fed. The 3rd month in, my nephew, who had been diagnosed with severe autism, we were told he would never speak. We were told he would never have anything more than the mind of a 3-year-old. He went from nonverbal to full communication. And that was the moment when I decided, shame on me if I don't share this with others. People ask all the time what makes Pure different. Well, I will tell you, I'm a healthcare provider. I saw 60 patients a day. People tried to sell me their makeup and their jewelry and their candles and their bags and their weight loss shakes every day. What caught my attention about this was the 30 years it was used in a clinical practice. This is not lipstick, you guys. This is not jewelry. I am a healthcare provider. My kids are in the other room. I'm taking time away from them because I'm all about changing people's lives. I'm not here to sell you makeup, bags, and candles. That's not what I'm here for. Now, if you're a business-minded person, you should be thinking right now, this is, if we're going to get started in a business, who is the demographic that we're approaching? Is it just for the women? Is it just for the women? No, actually, this is for the men and the women and the children and the grandparents and the dogs and cats in a house. 100% of the demographic. That's a business. It's consumable. It's not something that you will just buy one time. In fact, on my team, I pulled reports a couple of months ago. We have an 85% retention rate. That's a big deal. You guys, we don't even buy toilet paper in this house consistently from the same brand every month. To have 85% retention on this team is a very big deal. I believe it's because I'm big into educating on what we actually have and the importance of what you're putting in your body and eliminating, and Pure helps us do all of that. It is consumable. And when you have an 85% retention rate, people continue to come back and purchase over and over and over again. And you guys, that's a very different business than what a lot of us have seen people doing out there, constantly with their elevator pitches and trying to pick people up everywhere they go. This is, people just get on board and they just continue to purchase. And why do they do that? Because our products are amazing. I told you within days I saw results. And it was shocking to me because, I mean, how many of us see results when we take our calcium? Can you tell when you take your calcium? Can you tell when you take your multivitamin? No, we can't. The reason we have such a high retention rate is because our system works. It's a plant-based, non-GMO, chemical-free system, all based on food that revolves around a centuries-old philosophy. You've got to cleanse your body of the toxins. We cleanse the oil out of our car every 3 months. But we think we're going to make it in this thing our whole life without cleansing it. You might be thinking, oh, I go to the bathroom once a day. No, that's not enough. We have 7 channels that we eliminate through. Your lungs are an eliminatory organ. Your liver, your intestines, your skin, your kidneys, your liver. These are your lymph system. These are all cleansing organs. And we have a plant-based system that cleanses all the junk out. You might be thinking, I don't need to cleanse. I juice every day. Well, good for you. But my mom owns an organic farm, and the farm next to hers is not organic. And there are chemicals, pesticides, and herbicides getting on her food that, although she's organic, are coming from next door. I can assure you that's happening with whatever you're buying. I was just reading today about how, I was reading a study today that over 80% of the rice out there has arsenic in it. How do you get that out of your body? Have you ever drank out of a plastic water bottle? Have you ever put your food in Ziploc bags? Have you ever put saran wrap on your food? How are you going to get those nanoparticles out of your body? You've got to cleanse it out. And once we cleanse it out, now we're like ready to absorb good stuff. Okay, you got to get balance. That's our second centuries old pillar of health. Got to balance your hormone levels naturally with food. You don't need pills to balance out your thyroid. You don't need pills to balance out your adrenal glands. You can naturally balance it with food and superfruits from all over the world. Balance out your pH. Enough studies have been done showing that disease and infection thrive in an acidic environment and do not thrive in an alkaline environment. You should be wondering, how do I get alkaline? You got to put more plants in your body than you do meat, sugar, dairy, coffee. Coffee makes you really acidic. You've got to put more plants in, and it's difficult to do. I know about being alkaline. This is one of the boxes that caught my attention when the company was teaching, because I thought, how do they know about being alkaline? Nobody talks about this. How do they know about the importance of detoxing? Like, this is stuff I'd been studying after my nephew was diagnosed with autism. This is real stuff. And so I knew they knew what they were talking about. All of our stuff is plant-based. It's alkaline. It helps you get alkaline. Then you got to build your cells up with good nutrition. And a lot of people want to just take that cheap multivitamin from the drugstore, give their kids the gummy vitamins. You guys, it's not good. Your body's an amazing machine. It needs vitamins A, D, E, K, magnesium, calcium, potassium, sulfur. You can go on and on, omega-3s in the form of food. We have all those bases covered here. The best of the best plant-based omega-3s you can find. Have you ever heard of noni? The power of noni is a digestive bitter. Our noni is 100% noni. It's not mixed with pear juice or apple juice to make it taste good. It's a digestive bitter. Do you struggle with reflux? You're going to love our noni. Do you struggle with libido? Do you struggle with diabetes? You're going to love our goji. Do you struggle with depression? Studies on goji. It's been used in the Himalaya mountains for thousands of years as a natural antidepressant. We have the best matcha vegan protein on the planet, and I've tried them all. They all taste like chalk. Ours is amazing. The best calcium, plant-based calcium magnesium mix you can find. I could go on and on. Organic sulfur for decreasing inflammation with asthma and allergies and joint pain. I'm not making claims about what can happen with you. I'm just telling you, your body is in need of things that are not in our soils anymore. And you don't have to look very hard to find 3 massive agricultural studies showing the extreme depletion of nutrition in our soils. We are not eating what our grandparents ate, and we need to do better. If we don't, our kids, this is the first generation of children that are not expected to outlive their parents. That's a scary statistic. We have a whole wellness advisory board made up of medical doctors as well as a pharmacist. 5 of our products are in the physician's desk reference. That's what I use to write prescriptions. This is a pretty big deal right here. Okay, it's extremely validating. My first 3 years in the business, all I did was study. I wanted to study the products. I wanted to know, why do people get off cholesterol and blood pressure medications? Why do they get off their allergy meds and their antidepressants? How does that happen? So everything that I researched, it's here, purelifechangers.com. We also have a ton of real stories. You can watch those as well. If you're skeptical, just listen to real people talking about what it is that they've experienced. This is simple, you guys. We're not asking you to open up a store and store things in your garage and sell to people. All we ask, number one, if you're interested in what we have here, get a membership and get some products. If you're interested in either the additional income or you're interested in the shares, then you're going to want to get the same thing. You get a membership, but you're going to be very interested in one of our share packages and learning how very, very easily a business can be built. I was interested in building after my nephew started speaking because I felt convicted. I thought, I have to share this with others. I told my CPA about my nephew, and he was the one who encouraged me in literally focusing on the business here. Now, we're business-minded people. I was looking at opening a laundromat. I was looking at buying a car wash. I was looking at buying vending machines. I was always bringing these ideas to my financial guy. When he said, Rachel, you've got to focus on this as a business, I was blown away. Because to me, this was too cheap to be a business. I thought, there's no way this is a business. But what I learned was how easy it was to duplicate with others. All we do here is show people a presentation, either recording or live. That's all we do. And right away, they know whether they're interested or not. We share about the products with them. And then if they have questions, we connect them to someone who can answer the questions. Whoever invited you to watch this, they're not answering your questions right now. They didn't go through a presentation. They just asked you to watch this. And then they're going to connect you back to someone they're working closely with who can answer their questions. We're not here to twist your arm or to talk you into it. I've been doing this 9 years. I have learned that that does not work. That backfires. You know, we want you to know that you're supposed to be here. And I believe people are marked. There are people that are meant to be in this business, that are meant to find out about this. And you already know whether or not that's you. That first year, when my CPA encouraged me to share this with others, I had no time. I told you my schedule, 7 to 17 patients. I ran a retail store. I had babies at home, my husband, his business. So all I did was make one phone call a day, 5 days a week. I called someone and invited them to take a look at this presentation. The first year, I made $100,000 from that 30-minute-a-day phone call. You guys, we had 4 streams of income that year, and this was the easiest money that I'd ever made. And then I started researching, how do you make money here? There is no cap. You can make whatever you want. Now, it took my husband and I 8 years to hit the rank of Black Diamond in this company. That's the estimated annual income at that rank. There are people who've joined this company and in their first 7 months have hit Black Diamond. We actually have about 7 couples right now who've hit Black Diamond in between 3 to 7 months in this company. Why? Because the timing is right now. Have you ever, you didn't want to be the first McDonald's franchisee owner or whatever that happened. When what happened way back when, it was a mess, I'm sure. Now the system's so easy. They've got high schoolers as managers. Now is the time to join. To find a company that less than 100,000 people know about, have someone like Phil Knight as an owner, and yet we've already done over 100 million in sales is a pretty big deal. There's no cap to what you can earn here.
So now I want to share, I'm going to call some people on, and like she said, we have an easy system. We show you a video presentation. We share with our experience with what's going on with the products, and then you can feel leader. So I would like, Cindy, can you unmute yourself and come on and share real quick your story, please?
Did you call me? I lost you for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah. So hi everybody. I'm Cindy Steele. I am in Orlando, Florida, where Trish is. And my background, primarily for the last 15 years, I've been involved in the fitness industry. And when I first was introduced to Pure by someone who I know very well, who's actually an ex-NFL athlete, asked me to take a look at this company, I knew immediately that I could make money with the company. That was my first reaction, was that this is a company that I want to lock arms with. I am a firm believer in additional streams of income. I have a good job, but I like having additional streams of income. And I found that this was the quickest way that I could bring an additional stream of revenue into my household on a regular basis. And I'm able to do it very part-time. So that was my first response to this company, was I knew I could make money with it, and I am very blessed to be doing so. But icing on the cake, 3 months into using the products and using the system, I was able to get off of 2 prescription medications, which was amazing. That I didn't expect. I started working the business, inviting people before I even started taking the products. So that was icing on the cake. I encourage anyone, whether you're looking for additional stream of income or to better your health, share this with as many people as you can. It's a win-win.
Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. Doris, can you jump on and share your experience, please?
Yes, hello. I am Doris Stevenson. I am a certified holistic health coach and raw food chef. I met Trish for her reaching out to me through Facebook Messenger because we have the same name company, Lifestyle Wellness Group. Well, what Trish didn't know when she reached out to me that I was having my own health crisis. As a health coach, I was going through some horrible things such as a stroke and stuttering strokes, and you name it, I was going through it. And she reached out to me, and I just started sharing with her what was going on with me, and she said that she had some products that could probably help me. Well, before I could get to try them, I ended up in the ICU. But shortly after I came home, the products were here, I tried them, and it made a huge difference. In less than 2 weeks, all of the pain that I was having from after having the stroke were gone. Vertical spells gone. I was riding around in a scooter, and that no longer existed after a month being on these products. So of course, as a health and wellness coach, I wanted to be able to help my clients as well. So I immediately, with no hesitation, jumped in to be part of this company. Not only is the products fantabulous, but the compensation was even beyond what I expected. So that is my story, and I have helped several people come off high blood pressure medicine, diabetic medicine, change their sleep habits, lose weight, you name it, these products, and they work quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my story.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Doris.
welcome.
Ching, are you there? Can you jump on? Because you have a story with your children. She has 3 boys, so.
Hi guys. My name is Ching. I'm from Germantown, Maryland. I work with Doris. And how I got started in the business was Doris introduced me with the products because I was going through some health issues myself. I have skin issues, and me and my kids both have like eczema, and I was really struggling with skin problems, and I told Doris about it, and she introduced me to the products. And I tried it, and within a week, I kid you not, it was gone. And my son's eczema, his whole back was cleared. That made me a believer because I've been struggling to get nice looking skin for like years. I've tried steroid creams, over the counter things, like nothing worked for me. And then come to find out, I get income for basically referring people to the company as well. So it's a win-win for me. I'm all in. I'm a believer. So I just spread the joy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ching, for sharing.
You're welcome.
She has 3 boys, and what Ching didn't share, I love this story with Ching. I think it was your 13-year-old. So she made all the concoction, put all the products together for him one morning and sent him to school. And he came home from school that day and he said, "Mom, whatever you gave me this morning, can you please give it to me tomorrow again? Because I was on point. I had energy. I wasn't tired in school. I had a great day, and they made me feel awesome." And so for our children, that's just such a blessing. So my story is I've got 4 children. I've been on the products for 5 years. I was introduced to this company by a very good friend. At the beginning, I did not do anything with the business. I just referred the products to people. And as you refer products to people and as they get on this system, they feel amazing. And so it kind of, the business just kind of becomes a business without you really even trying to do a business, because people want to share with other people how awesome they feel, or people will start noticing and they'll ask, what are you doing? Your skin looks great, or you look like you have so much energy, or your moods, you're in a good mood all the time, or you're losing weight, and they just ask. So it becomes such an easy thing to share with other people. So the next step is really jumping on a connect call. Get back with the person whoever invited you to this. Set up a connect call with me so that I can kind of guide you. There's several different packages and systems to come in with, and I can kind of brainstorm with you and see what your needs are, your family size, all that kind of stuff to recommend, and what your health issues are that you're struggling with, so that I can recommend what would be best for you. So that's the next step. I thank you guys for taking the time out of your night, especially on Thanksgiving, week, to come. We've recorded this so that we can have this to share with other people, because we know that this is going to be a totally busy week for all of us, and we've got a lot of things to be thankful for. So I appreciate your time tonight, and get back with that person who invited you to set up that connect call with me. So thank you guys, and thank you all for sharing. Bye.